Just gonna let it rinse out a little bit. Less tanning.
Yeah, if you can hold it that long. Take me a second. Okay, the mat's dry now. John's got it up in the air and you can really see the gold all over. Let's see, here this way.
Get a shot of that black sand where the shovel head meets the sluice. See all that gold in there?
Yeah, right over there.
Right up here where the box head meets the sluice, where it's bolted on. That black sand line.
You gotta see it laying over there. There's about 20 chunks laying one on top of the other over in that edge right there. I got it good right there on video. See it? Look down in the video.
Yeah, I see it. All right, it's getting heavy. Let me get this put in.
We'll stop. That screen washed off good, and the ripples washed off good. Then roll the carpet. And then since they already saw the mat, I'll help you with that final rinse there. We don't want to lose any of that. That mat was covered up completely. All clean for the next round. We'll be right back. Hey, check this out. It's still Monday, but I came and checked out a place in the woods here, right beside the campground, the field that I'm camped in, that Bill told me about, up at Bill's Pit Stop. He said if there's a certain way you come up over the hill from the campground field. Down there's the creek and the bottomland down there. The National Forest Road runs just down below us there at the edge of the woods. But if you notice, there's trash up here. There's even more than trash. There's stuff that people were, it's very good, easy to tell that somebody lived here. There was a house here at one time. Still haven't found any kind of foundation or anything like that, but we did find this pile of stuff in the woods that Bill said was here, like an old trash dump, and just makes you wonder if it's a trash dump where people just brought stuff, or is it back in the 40s and 50s, people just made trash dumps somewhere in the woods behind the house. And those trash dumps hold sometimes some very valuable bottles and other types of things. Now, right here is what leads me to believe that it was a house. We have bricks. There was a house in here. Had to be. There's old rusted up metal cans all through the woods. It's like back in the day when I was just a kid in the 60s and early 70s even. Soda came in metal cans, not aluminum. Some of these even look like some of that kind of. There's some modern glass in here. There's whiskey bottles, jars, a lot of things with caps. Right here looks like pretty much the center of it. And I'm betting, because this is all mounded up over here, right here beside of it, it could very easily be that this is the end of the mound, and it could either be down below this or right along here on that mound where even older trash was buried. I've seen it like that in places like this in the woods. This could also be an old road, the old road that Bill was talking about that comes up in here. It's the only thing I've seen so far that looks like a road. But just to let you know, if you want to know really cool stories and really cool places to go visit, be sure and check things out over at Bill's Pit Stop. Talk to Bill, tell him Oro sent you. If you tell him that, he's going to have something really special for you. Because everything the man has told me has been dead on. Right up to and including this last little spot we're going to visit over here, which also points in a direction that there was a house here. I still haven't found any kind of markings for foundation type situation. But the giveaway that this was a homestead, a house up in here at one point, is this old well. You can tell by the way the walls are made. I would guess it was built probably turn of the 20th century, or maybe a little sooner. It's old concrete. They use river rocks. They didn't have steel to reinforce it with, so they just used big rocks. Basically, packed big rocks and cement. And it's an old well. And it might be a really cool place to get down in and look for gemstones and gold. Not that deep, it's only about 10 feet deep. It'd be interesting to see what's below that pile of leaves right down there. Bottom of the well is just packed full of leaves. Maybe it goes down a lot farther, who knows. What I do know is I am camped in a very special place here. These woods have probably looked just like this since the Cherokee were brought through here on a Trail of Tears. I hope our audience is enjoying my video series. I wanted to put this little tidbit in as I walk back over here to camp. John and I ran the sluice box today for approximately 3 hours, and there was so much gold on the mat that we lost count of how many pieces were on the mat. Seriously. We lost track of how many pieces were on the mat. That's how much there was. This little creek over here is completely loaded. I mean loaded with fine gold. And we're going to be showing you some of that coming up pretty in the next video or two. It's what they call Doc Rogers Field, the campground. Give you a little video tour here. We haven't really had a chance to do this because we had nosy neighbors that were camped over there. But the driveway for that place that we was just at turns in down there just before you get to that sign down there at the end of the road. If you go down there, you turn left to go down into National Forest, and you turn right to go out to the main road, out to what's called Joe Brown Highway. And as with everything else around here, Joe Brown Highway has a serious amount of really cool stories and history, because it's the road that goes from Tennessee over into North Carolina across what they call the Unicao Turnpike. Unico Turnpike, I believe it is. And Bill has stories to tell about about the Unico Turnpike and the toll booth and the people getting murdered and all kinds of cool stuff. So, we got a little over 1 week in here, actually 1 week today here at Coker Creek. And the amount of gold that's been collected to this point is sweet, to say the least. The amount of gold that can be collected here over a period of, say, 30 to 60 days, I would guess you could easily figure it to be a couple of 3 ounces, especially if we get someplace where we're running motorized equipment. So, we're back here at Gold Camp. We're going to go give John a ride to town so he can go to work. By the way, this is our little panning stream we have running in front of the camp, thanks to last storms over the last couple days. We got flooded, but our little tent, our little Eureka tent, basically floated up above it, and the floor stayed dry inside. And as you can see, it's a good solid 24 hours since it quit raining. And my little creek that runs down through the middle of Gold Camp is still got some water running through it. We might have to pan it. More later.